Hey, how we doing today, class? Today we're going to go over tonight we're going to go over the 5 components of health-related physical fitness. There's 5 components of the health-related physical fitness. They are cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. We're going to go over these 5 components tonight. Follow along with the sheet that you have printed out and fill in the answers. Cardiorespiratory endurance. Cardiovascular, same thing. Cardiovascular and cardiorespiratory are interchangeable. Cardiovascular endurance is the ability of the heart, lungs, and circulatory system to work together. This has to do with your breathing and your heart rate. There are 2 types of cardiorespiratory endurance. There's aerobic. 2 types of exercises. Let me take that back. 2 types of exercises. There's aerobic and anaerobic exercises. Aerobic exercises, those are ones that require oxygen to produce the necessary energy to carry out the activity. So those are such things as walking, a slow jog, or even a fast jog for some people that are in very good shape. An anaerobic exercise is an exercise that does not require oxygen to produce the necessary energy to carry out the activity. This is such as a sprint or lifting heavy weights or activities at high intensity in a short amount of time. You cannot go very long on an anaerobic exercise. An anaerobic exercise actually only lasts about 3 to 5 seconds. Anything longer than that, then you're starting to dip into your aerobic exercises. So 3 to 5 seconds on anaerobic exercises. They are very short, high intense exercise. Here are some examples. Again, jogging on the left and sprinting in the Beijing World Olympics on the right. Okay, cardiovascular fit. FIT stands for frequency, intensity, and time. As you can see in the picture up in the upper right hand corner, frequency is the amount of work you're doing in a given period of time. Intensity is how hard you're going through with your work. As you can see, a tornado lightning, it's very intense, a lot of energy carried out at one time. And T for time, the amount of time you're going to spend doing that workout. So for the cardiovascular fit, frequency should be doing cardiovascular workouts 3 to 5 times a week at an intensity to 60 to 80% of your max heart rate. Remember earlier you learned how to do the Carbonian formula. You know exactly how to train anywhere from 60 to 70 or 80% of your max heart rate, and you know how to figure that out. So while jogging, you can check your maximum heart rate and know that you are in the right range, your target training zone. Okay, time, you should be doing it 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week. Okay, benefits of cardiovascular fitness. You will have improved cardiorespiratory function, means you'll be able to breathe and exercise better at a higher intensity. More efficient metabolism, you'll be able to burn fat much faster. Improved body composition, you will begin to lose fat and lose weight. More benefits, you will decrease cardiovascular disease. You will improve blood fat levels. You will improve your HDLs, improve your blood pressure. You will increase your hypertension, decrease your chance of coronary heart disease. You will decrease your chance of a stroke and decrease your chance of type 2 diabetes. It's very important to get a lot of cardiovascular activity. You will also reduce stress, improve self-image, and improve your immune function. Immune function is your immune system. Okay, there are 2 types of tests for your cardiovascular system that we will use. We will do the pacer test and we will do the 1 mile run. Muscular strength and endurance. Muscular strength is the maximal amount of force that can be generated by a specific muscle or group in a single contraction. Muscular endurance is the ability or a muscle group to execute repeated contractions over a period of time sufficient to cause muscular fatigue to failure. For muscular endurance, you will usually complete the contractions until your muscles can no longer complete a contraction. For muscular strength, it is usually a 1 rep max, lifting as much as you can one time. There are 3 types of contractions that are static. Static contractions have no change in length on the muscle. An example of a static contraction is somebody pushing on a wall or pushing against something that is not budging. Your muscles are not lengthening or contracting. They are remaining static. Concentric muscle contraction is when the muscle shortens while going through the range of motion and doing work. As you can see in the middle picture, doing a bicep curl and lifting the weight up, the muscle is shortening while it is lifting. And eccentric contraction is when the muscle lengthens. So doing a reverse curl, the muscle is lengthening while it is lifting the weight. Muscular strength for fit frequency, you should do muscular strength 3 days a week. The intensity should be 90 to 100% of max resistance. So that means as much as you can possibly do. Time, you're just going to do it one time. So it's anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. Muscular endurance for fit, frequency, intensity, time, scratch the duration, time. Frequency, minimum of 3 days per week. Intensity should be 50 to 70% of your max resistance. Duration and time are interchangeable. You should be doing 3 to 5 sets of 12 to 20 reps. Now all this is interchangeable. You can do 3 sets of 12. You can do 3 sets of 20. You can do 5 sets of 12 or 5 sets of 20. It is all indicated on what you are training for. Here are 2 types of tests that we will be doing. We were going to do a push-up test and a curl-up test, which is a sit-up test. It is similar to the one on the bottom, but as not seen in the picture on the bottom, your hands will be on the floor. Okay, flexibility, the ability of a joint to move freely through a full range of motion. Benefits of flexibility: improves and maintains good posture alignment, improves self-image, also helps develop and maintain motor skills throughout your life. What's going on here? Excuse all the mix-up here. 2 types of stretching. There's static stretching and dynamic stretching. Static stretching is sitting still and going through a stretch as far as you possibly can. As you can see in the top picture, the sit and reach test that she is performing is a static stretch. On the bottom is a dynamic stretch, such as doing high knee skips, lunges, or other type of stretches that require movement and not sitting still. Fit for flexibility, frequency is 6 days a week, intensity is very low, moving joints through maximum range of motion. You should not have your heart rate high while you're stretching. You should be trying to calm your heart down as much as possible. Time, you should do each stretch 20 to 30 seconds. 2 tests we will be doing for flexibility are the back saver sit and reach test, which is similar to this test, except your right leg will be brought up and be bent, and your foot will be flat on the floor. Another test we'll be doing is the trunk lift test, and we will demonstrate in the class when that test comes. Body composition. The body's relative amount of fat mass and fat-free mass, such as bone, water, muscle, connective tissue, and organic tissue. Connective and organic tissue relates to tendons and heart, lungs, stomach, and intestines. Your BMI, body mass index, is your weight in kilograms over your height squared meters in meters. We will be using skin fold calipers as well to test your body composition, which I have the formula for that. We will learn the formula later on. Here's a BMI table for the end of the session. I want you to calculate your BMI, and it's very simple to use. If you weigh 150 pounds and you are 5'6", you're in the normal range. You have a BMI 24.2. So your weight is on the top. Go ahead and find your weight. Drop down to wherever your height is, and where those two meet is your BMI. You will either be underweight, normal, overweight, or be obese. Go ahead and write down your BMI. Now, the BMI is not the best test for body composition because a lot of good athletes who are very strong and have a lot of muscle will either test overweight or obese. So just keep that in mind as you find out what your BMI is. Okay, that is it for tonight. Go ahead and complete the paperwork and bring it back in tomorrow to turn in with the rest of your notes, and I will see you tomorrow.